right. So what got you interested in coaching?
Well, it's actually a birthday gift.
Ah, congratulations. Happy birthday.
So
And I guess
thank
delayed
you.
birthday.
Yeah,
A
it
little
was in
belated.
the middle of April, but my friend who's been playing Overwatch since release, really, really, really wanted me to play it for a while. I played a bit in like 2017, and then he got me back into it during the release of Overwatch 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just been playing around a while. There's like we do 5v5s with other friends if we can get them. We've done like 4, and those are usually really fun. We'll review our VODs because he cares a lot about this game, so it's
Right.
been fun.
Right. Okay.
Uh,
Interesting. It wasn't like, a passive aggressive gesture buying you coaching, was it?
well, no, because
I'm,
I
I'm
no
not-
no 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 because he actually introduced me to your channel
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
because
that.
yeah, that's funny.
Keep-
Because I was struggling. I was struggling a bit when I was climbing, or
Mhm.
I was trying to climb, and watching resources really helped. I actually placed all 3 roles in Bronze 5 at the beginning of Season 1,
Banger.
which was unfortunate.
And now you're masters.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh no.
So yeah. So I was Masters 5 when we put in all the coaching, and then I climbed to Masters 1 this Saturday, and then I go on a 16 game losing streak. And
Oh.
it knocks me down to Diamond 2, and then I go 5-5, and it knocks me down to Plat 1. So I'm Plat 1.
No! Okay, disaster. Okay. We'll talk about that in a second, but keep going. So,
So right
big nasty
now,
streak.
yeah, right now like I've been perma boomed for like 4 days. Like I've been going to work boomed. It's crazy. Uh, and like
Oh
and right now
no.
I've just been playing quick play with friends, trying to have fun with the game again, because like I've just convinced myself I'm dog shit. Like I'm absolute ass. I don't know how I got there to begin with. I'm just confused. I'm just a disguised plat player trying to climb through higher ranks.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm seeing on the forum here that you're a support player. When was
Yes.
that? How long and when did that all start?
I played Lucio in Overwatch 1 because he rode on walls and that was fucking cool.
Yeah, for
Uh
sure.
and then I got back into the game and that was the only thing I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so when we started like doing little organized 5v5s against friends, we started using like actual team comps and stuff. And so most of
Right.
the time I just played Lucio. Uh until I needed to play something else, which really didn't happen until later, like a lot later. But
Okay.
I played Lucio for like 150 hours.
Okay.
And then I picked up Ana and Bap just because I felt like there was just a disconnect in ranked lobbies. Like I couldn't climb anymore going Lucio Mercy, having a Lucio Zen, having a Lucio Brig, like it just wasn't working.
Okay.
So I felt like I needed to learn other things. So
Okay.
I tried to like broaden everything out. And because this was here, I decided to use this to go over my weakest links, I guess. It's like the only replay I have.
Okay. Makes sense. Alrighty, let's keep looking through your form here. So, Lucio on a bat brig. You playing some of the other supports because it feels like you're not able to like actually leverage the strengths of Lucio Mercy. Massive booming loss streak. Now, I want to visit this one a little bit here.
Okay.
Was this? How did it start? Was it over the course of a couple of days, several days, a week?
Okay.
I want the full
So
story.
so I re-rank I re-rank Masters 1 Friday night, and then I play 2 more games and I win those 2 games. And then I go to bed. And then I go to work, and that entire day I'm thinking 3 more wins till Grandmaster. That's all I'm thinking about. That's the only thing I can fixate on is the fact that I'm about to hit Grandmaster.
Mhm.
And so I hop on and I can't win a game. And I'm not even thinking about it for a little while. For a little while I'm just playing the game, and then it's like whoa. That little marker on there says 3-7. And then I just like then I think I should get off because I'm like, this isn't going well. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm not caffeinated. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. I should stop playing, but I just don't because I'm not having a bad time. Like I'm not sitting here mauling at my teammates super super hard. I mean, like I get frustrated during certain moments, but I'm not like throwing things at the wall. I'm not like super mad. I just want to win a game. And at a certain point, that's when I start getting mad. When I'm like, why can't I win a game? Because I'm getting sent through Masters 1 lobbies all the way to Masters 5 lobbies, back and forth. Like I remember being on a 12-game loss streak and then going from Masters 5 lobbies to like Masters 1 lobbies. And I'm like, how does that make any sense?
Yeah. Well, matchmaker, it depends on it. But keep going.
Yeah. And I'm also not used to a matchmaker like this because I was playing Dota before this.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of that is just you get your number if you win or you lose, and you kind of start from the bottom when you start, and so that's how it was. I was always used to it. I don't get this like skipping ranks like that happened for a while. Like when I was skipping through the Masters ranks and stuff, I was like, this seems weird. This doesn't seem like a rank that is like the Masters of this game.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't be climbing this fast. And then when I fall all the way down through it, I just get like lost, and I just like vision all the way through, and then I like blink and I lost 16 games, and it's like 2:00 in the morning. I can't give you a good reason on why I stayed there, on why I kept playing. But I just know I didn't feel bad enough to get off.
Okay. But it didn't end there, did it?
Well, it ended there for Saturday.
Okay. Then what?
And then I got on Sunday, and I just tried to play some games with some friends. And I think this is either oh fuck. Sorry, I got a new tattoo and I hit it.
You're good.
And this was 16 hours ago. So this was yesterday. And like I tried to play one game on Sunday, I lost, so I just played quick play. I tried to play one game on Monday, I lost, so I just or I didn't play on Monday because I had a double. This was Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Tuesday I tried to play one game, I lost, so I just played quick play. And then two of my friends got on, and they're in this like replay. And then we just played some games, and we went like, I don't know. I had my first like positive win rate day, but I went 5-5 for my recal, and then it sent me all the way down to Plat 1, and then we played like 3 more after that we won. But that's not this. This is some like low diamond lobby.
Sure. Let's talk about the matchmaker here.
Sure. Is that
so? Yeah, jump in the paint. Let's go. So now, I'm going to be honest with you. Most of this is educated, but it is not 100% for certain this is the case. This is from my understanding and my experience. This is how it works. Okay. Mm-hmm. First question you were asking about, like, I'm jumping back and forth from Masters 1 and Masters 5 lobbies, right? Why am I sometimes in this, and then why am I sometimes in these lobbies? It's because to create shorter queues, the game is going to throw you into lobbies that are approximately close to your rank, and have you either be the dead weight or the dead lift. Do you catch me? Mm-hmm. Now the match will be balanced as close as it possibly can to within 50 SR, maybe a single rank, whatever, to where the team's average SR is close. But you might be expected to be one of the better players in the lobby or one of the worst players in the lobby, and the game will be balanced accordingly. So if you were thrown into a Masters 1 lobby on your massive loss streak, you might have been somewhere around here, right? More dead weight. Whereas maybe earlier on, if you got thrown into a Masters 5 lobby, it didn't mean that you were playing worse. It just needed you for a game really quick, right? As a carry player. So that's your first thing that you got. Now, whether that's good or whether that's bad, whether people would appreciate slightly longer queues and have a little bit less variance in their game, that's probably a good argument for discussion, and that's been beat to death on social media. I won't give my opinion. I think it's pretty nuanced. Anyway, that's how it is, okay? Sure. Now, within that, understanding that it's not saying that you're a Masters 5 player in a Masters 5 lobby or a Masters 1 player in a Masters 1 lobby is really, really, really important. Because the actuality of the situation is that the average SR of the lobby is very complicated. For example, if we add up the 5 players on team 1 and the 5 players on team 2, if we were to give them a numerical value, it might be Masters 3 team and Masters 2 team, right? So if Masters 3 team wins, whose MMR is going to get bumped up, right? Obviously this team, but not just bumped up, but bumped up a little bit extra because they were able to beat a Masters 2 team. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this means that these guys losing are going to lose a little bit more than an average Masters 2, Masters 2 game because they were not supposed to lose to a Masters 3 team. At least there was a lower chance. It's like they had a 55% chance to win, let's say, right? And the game balances appropriately, right? If Masters 3 team loses, they don't lose much MMR because the game is expecting them to lose anyway. And the reason that this happens is because Matchmaker can't be perfect without making queue times ridiculously long. Now, even if the Matchmaker does a perfect job and we have a Masters 3 versus a Masters 3, the problem is that we don't know what Masters 3 is and what Masters 3 isn't. Have you seen the new stat that they give you where they say you were better than so-and-so percentage of players at your rank? You seen that?
I don't exactly understand that. I just kind of ignore it.
Yeah, okay. So basically what it says is Masters 5 is the old... You remember the old school SR, right? 3,500.
No, I've never played on the old school system.
The old school system was Masters 3 was 3,500 SR.
Okay.
Masters 5, excuse me. Masters 5. And then that went to Masters 4 was 3,600. Masters 3 was 3,700. And you're going to see where I'm going from here. 3,800.
Yeah.
And then 3,900. And then when you get to 4,000, you were essentially GM. Now, what would happen is you could lose 25 SR for a game, or you'd gain 27 SR for a game. And you could probably see my point here. A Masters 3 versus a Masters 3 is a pretty big variance because it could be 3710 average SR MMR versus 3790 SR, and they're the same rank. Mm-hmm. And that is a note. It's not very hard to notice, but it is a significant variance. So what the game does is it calculates that again into who wins or loses. So if you go even or even have a positive win-loss ratio, you still might lose more. You might actually drop a rank because you had a couple of lobbies where you should have absolutely won and you didn't. And the only games that you won were the games that you absolutely were impossible to lose, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what happens. The game doesn't judge stats. It only judges win-loss, but it has to incorporate the MMR and the matchmaker into it because not every game is literally pixel perfect, 37-10 versus 37-10, right? It's just not possible to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. Now, that explains some of your going even or going positive and not ranking up, or bouncing back and forth from lobbies to lobbies, from Master 5s lobbies to Masters 1 lobbies, but it doesn't explain your loss streak. Now, obviously, the vast majority of your loss streak was you, right?
Oh yeah.
And you know that. Now, but what you might not know is that the game used to be pretty slow at moving people up. You've heard of these unranked GMs, right?
Yeah.
Blizzard doesn't like those very much, for obvious reasons, right?
Understandable.
So what it's doing is it's doing this. It is quickly moving players that they feel are overperforming either up or down. And basically what it thinks is it's trying to get people that don't belong in certain ranks to quickly readjust. So they don't throw as many games either by being too good or too bad, right? This is also indirectly an action against boosters as well.
Yeah, where you can get... looked like someone boosted my account and then I got back on.
Pretty much. Now, the funny thing though is that every player in Overwatch 2 is boosted or smurfing, one or the other. because the difference between you on a good day and the difference between you on a bad day in a video game is pretty massive. I would say it's as much as like an entire rank. And I'm not saying Masters 5 to Masters 4. I'm saying Diamond 5 to Masters 5. And for some people, it's even worse. For example, you could be a player that really responds well to when you're confidently, but also has a tendency to like spiral out of control. I've seen players play a full 2 ranks lower, right? Back in the day, there was a really famous series where XQC got really tilted in like top 500, and he plummeted to Masters. The equivalent of like going from, I mean, it's really the equivalent of what you did.
Nice.
Right? And this guy was in the Overwatch League back in the day, right? So unfortunately, we can blame the matchmaker and get irritated at the matchmaker for getting us on these, me spiraling out of control. But imagine if it didn't do that. Imagine how many Masters games you would have thrown and still be struggling with now. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's also that's how it felt like in Dota, when you're on a really bad loss streak, except for it's like multiple weeks, and then you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, I'm dog shit, but I'm not gonna do anything because I'm stuck here for the next 2,000 MMR.
You were in like what, Diamond 5 you said? Or Diamond before you de-ranked to Plat 1. What were you at?
Before I was Diamond 2.
Diamond 2, right? Diamond 2. So maybe it was a little bit harsh to drop all the way from Diamond 2 to Plat 1. I don't know exactly what was going on behind the scenes of the wheels, but imagine being a Masters 2, Masters 1 player and barely like going 5-5 in Diamond lobbies, right? That's a little bit. I'm not trying to trash you. The first thing that we talk about is me like completely dunking on you, but that's not exactly flattering. Okay.
I'm used to being dunked on. Don't worry.
Okay.
You can be a little harsher if you need to.
Okay. But my
especially
point
since like,
go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Or half of this VOD is me playing Mercy. The other half is Brig, and like. Me and my friend, he plays a lot of the flex supports.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get into like scrimming and joining like low tier teams just because that shit's fun. And all of our friends that did 5v5s, they fucking dipped. They don't like this game no more.
Oh man.
I mean, hey, it's understandable. No, oh man, them. I get it. But these are like the weakest parts of anything. I'll probably look like a plat player in this.
Okay. Well, that's my thing. Is it's like what we've identified is what I'm trying to do is point out the flaws with the system that you're playing in, but also try to be a little bit of their advocate to point out that like, hey, taking the responsibility away from them, putting it on you a little bit, just so when we go in, we can actually figure out. But yeah, does all this make sense? By the way.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
So then let's keep going because obviously we've pointed out a problem here, but we don't know what to do about it. Do you have a track record of these upward and downward spirals, even if they weren't this extreme?
No, I am usually pretty headstrong and head fast with if I'm going even for more than 2 hours, I get off, or if I'm going like 50-50, or if I've lost 2 in a row, I'm off.
Okay.
That's usually how I am, but I'm telling you, bro, I don't know what it was. Well, no, I know what it was. It was that little fucking like GM marker on my profile. I wanted it so bad.
Yeah, but that's okay. But that's okay because it's not going to be the last time that happens, right? It's going to happen again, right? If you're the type of player that's consistent and doesn't have these issues too well, and you have some goals and you keep practicing and you're consistent, it'll happen again. And the next time it'll happen, you'll be a little bit more ready for it. And let's say that it happens again and you spiral out of control. You're not going to go back to plat. I think you're going to be a little better next time. Maybe you'll go back to diamond.
Yeah, but we can only pray.
But you're going to be better. You'll have developed the mental resilience for it. So yeah. Don't worry too much about it. I think your observation is 100% correct. I think it was the Grandmaster opportunity that is what sent you to plat. But that is one of the best lessons that you could possibly learn about anything in life. Getting that close and then being so objective focused instead of process focused, it cost you, didn't it? It cost you badly. So that's why when we have goals, rank is a goal, but it needs to be focused on what do we need to be doing to get to that rank first, and then obviously having the discipline and the ability to focus and just stop when you know to stop. See, the problem for you is it's like You don't stop playing when you get tilted or when you lose a certain amount of games. You stop playing when you can stop focusing, right? Mm-hmm. You were saying that, I wasn't really that tilted. I was, enjoying myself, but you weren't focused. So
not one bit.
Right,
No.
And see,
I was at.
Go ahead.
I was thinking back at moments, like lost 13, 14, and I'm like, John.
Yeah.
You've done that 1,000 times.
Yep. Now, here's the thing, though. I'm not going to be the guy that's going to tell you to stop playing when you're not focused. I'm going to be the guy that tell you to stop practicing when you're not focused. If you're not focused, but you're like, I kind of feel like playing, this is the weekend, man, I want to chill. Fine. Just know that you're going to lose more games. Or go queue into quick play. Or go in an alt, right?
Yeah.
Because I've played Overwatch for way too many hours before, right? But I knew that I'm like, I do not want to be. I'm not practicing right now. I know I'm not practicing. I'm not focused. I'm just gonna go chill and play quick play, right? Or if you're like, I really don't care about my rank at all. I just want to grind. Okay, fine. But just again, there's practice training, and then there's fun. Right? And practice training can and should be fun, but if you can't focus at all, you're not. Again, it's like, how good of a player are you when you're focused and full of energy, and how good of a player when you're not? Everybody has a massive variance in that quality. So you got to be aware of that. Make sense?
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you aren't aware of that, then that's going to snowball you into the next day, because now the next day you're not only tilted and distracted, but you're still not focused. So it just snowballs from there. Okay. No questions so far?
No, not me.
Okay. I'm looking through your form here. What do you hope to get out of the session? A better sense of how to go on climbing.
I didn't know what to put. I'm going to be honest. I did not know how to fill out this form one bit.
You're good. You did a fine job. Sleep is definitely on the lower end. If you can bump that one up a little bit, I'll always be a fan.
How many hours did I put?
5 to 7.
I'm more consistently on to 7 now.
Look at you. See? Excellent.
I've changed my sleeping position because I stopped vaping this year, right?
Congratulations.
And my doctor, who I went to because I was having like sinus issues, I couldn't breathe out of my nose. Like one night I was sitting in my bed and like I couldn't go to sleep because I actually just couldn't breathe. I was sitting there in my bed as a 20-year-old man, just like, oh my God, I can't breathe. It's like there's a weight on my chest. It's like I'm obese or something.
That's terrible. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I've been smoking since I was 9, bro. Jeez. I'm expecting health problems.
Okay. Well, better sooner than later.
Yeah. And so I went to him and he was like, stop doing this, and if you can help it, you should fix your sleeping position, and then once we do that, we can talk about changing my bed and blah, blah, blah. But I changed my sleeping position over the past, like, week, and I feel like worlds different. It's crazy.
Nice. Good on you. I'm glad to hear it. That's so much more important than all this other stuff, so good on you.
And eating breakfast.
Yeah, there you go. Good. Dude, that's awesome, mate. Good for you. Okay. So, last 2 questions I have. Training schedule. What are you doing for training schedule right now? Like it sounds super corny, like get up and do your workout, but how much Overwatch do you generally play per day per week?
Okay, so I have when I kind of generalize it by months because I play every day, right? Mm-hmm. When I started playing in October, I had 50 hours on my profile. Now I have close to 800. It's somewhere on the low end, maybe 2 hours a day, to high end, maybe 12 to 14.
Okay.
On my off days.
Okay.
If I have like nothing to do. Training schedule, like what I dictate to like actually play well, is usually the first 3 hours that I'll get on. If I play in the morning, some days are like out the window. Some days I don't even play comp. Like I go to work, I get off at 4, I pick up my girlfriend, we go get food. I'm just playing from 7 to midnight, just fucking around with my friends, playing quick play, playing Mystery Heroes, whatever. Yeah. Sometimes if I play comp, I play tank because I one-trick ball. I'm Diamond 4. We yippee. So that's fun every now and then.
Sure.
But I want to say there's really like nowadays, since I don't have the morning anymore, there's only like 1 day a week I'm actually like focused like I used to, because I used to close, and so I used to like, I'm a morning person, so I like doing my work or like that's when I get the most out of my brain,
right?
And so it's like from 10 to like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I used to play during then, and I would climb like crazy,
Right.
and then
It's
I
funny how that
switch back.
works.
I know, right?
Extenuating circumstances always kind of shape things. So what I would do is just like try to find like to make the best of whatever circumstances you're given, even if it's shifting on a week-to-week basis based off of work and stuff like that, right? If you can get on a day and you're like, I'm gonna be playing casually today, but I'm gonna get in 1 or 2 games of ranked, focused, practicing on some of the goals of the heroes I want to, that's fine. Right? That's fine. What you need to find is not what's the optimal training schedule for the Overwatch League wannabe, but what's going to be better than what you're doing right now. You already told me that like I like to do the first 3 hours of intensity. So it sounds like you already have a pretty good idea of how it ought to be. So then what's one step closer to how it ought to be from where you are right now? You know?
Yeah.
Is it going to be, okay, I can do only 1 day a week where I'm actually properly getting in like the 3 hours of training. But on the other days a week, I can get a couple of games here and there. I could definitely be, maybe go a little bit longer here, maybe be a little bit more focused on the first couple, maybe something, right? But I'm going to leave that up for your interpretation, but at least you have the right idea of what you ought to be doing. Now, second question from that hero pool, Lucio on a bat Brig is when you filled out the form. Too many heroes to be focusing on in rank for the amount of hours that you're getting in a focus practice.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you want to focus on a couple of them and then play the other ones when the opportunity strikes, sure. But my general guideline is the number of hours that you have a focus practice per day. No, it's the number of heroes that you're playing. So for you, you might be getting 1 to 2 hours a day tops. So even if we bend the rule, which is fine, to like 3 heroes, I would be very cautious to be playing 4 heroes consistently, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to play like 1 game at Brig like every other day. You know what I'm saying? At least with focus practice.
That's how it is like now.
Right. I mean, we didn't take a Einstein to predict that, right? That's just how it is. It's just impossible otherwise, right? So what I would do is I'd find the heroes that you enjoy the most playing in focus practice, right? Not what you do in quick play afterwards with friends or whatever, but in a focus practice, what are the heroes that you really want to get better at, that you enjoy playing the most, and then focus on those, and then put your time, like invest your hours in that, right? And don't worry about meta or what works and this whole thing with I don't even want to go down the line of your whole monologue about Lucio. Like it just doesn't work in rank, because I'm gonna cut the chase. It's horse manure. It's garbage. It's just bad. You just need to get better at Lucio. Now you're probably used to playing Lucio in a very specific way. So it's your understanding of the hero that's the problem, not your teammates' execution about what you want to do. You only want them to do one thing, but there's a lot of other things that you can do as Lucio that you don't understand.
Okay.
If you like Lucio, play Lucio. Play him. It's going to be a lot easier to be focused in practice if you play a hero that you actually enjoy, right? Not just because, it's better in rank. So if you were to pick a couple of heroes, 3 heroes, support heroes. I mean, honestly, even 4 heroes, because you said Lucio on a bat Brig, but you're also talking about Mercy. So
I know, right? It's crazy.
So if you could pick a handful of heroes that you would want to put more hours in during your focus practice, what are you feeling right now? This might change on a month to week basis. I don't care, but for at least this week, what do you think that's going to be?
Yeah, it'd probably be Lucio Mercy.
Okay, brilliant.
I just have the most fun.
Okay.
With high movement.
Then play Lucio Mercy. Love to see it. And then if you were to throw in one other, if either of those are feeling boring or not feeling it, or you want to do something else, what would it be? On a bat Brig? Zen? What do you think?
It'd probably be Ana or Bap.
Ana or Bap. Okay. Then we can work with that. There you go. Brilliant. That's all we need to do.
Sweet.
Get your focus practice, put the focus practice on those heroes, and know your limits when you need to take a break. Don't worry as much about the rank, focus on the process. Do you have any questions?
No, I can't say I do.
One more question I have before we get into gameplay. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? When you filled out the form, you said understanding. Is that still the case? And if so, what particularly about the understanding do you feel is lacking?
Well, I guess more since the conversation that we just had, I am so used to playing one specific way, like I'm used to playing in a comp and having a role in that comp, not just playing Overwatch in general, or like getting into a game with 5 randos, playing the heroes that they want to play and figuring out a job to do that works effectively. If I try to do that, I fucking feed, bro.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll take a look then. Do you have a replay code for me?
Yeah, that's the best I got for you.
All right. Get this pulled up here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let the next guy know we're running a little over. A little. Okay, let's Discord stream here. And obviously, if any questions do come up, just holler, and we will go over them. And you are Mercy. Let's see, what do we got here? I assume is this Mercy, a little bit of Brig.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Just Lucy, Mercy and Brig?
Yeah, just Mercy and Brig.
Okay. Do you want assistance coaching with your Brig?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. So
I'll take the knowledge, even if I don't exactly use it.
well, a lot of things we're going to talk about are going to apply to a lot of other heroes as well, so that's going to be helpful. My only concern is that there's not as any Lucio footage. You wouldn't happen to have, even if it's a quick play code.
I don't lose.
You don't lose? What does that mean?
I don't lose on Lucio.
Oh, well, I don't care. It doesn't have to be a loss. You realize that, right?
No, I did not know that. I just assumed.
No. You could even shift the codes in me. I don't care if you win. I just want a competitive game where you're playing heroes that you enjoy. Send me a Lucio code if you want.
Hold up, I gotta find one. Did I play it?
Yeah, good.
No, these are all ball. My bad. I was playing with one of my friends today. We like got your ball. It's silly.
It's fine. If it's not
Symbol.
focus practice, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, Symbol go crazy.
Yeah, I play Mystery Heroes whenever I'm playing with friends too. I guess you weren't really playing Mystery Heroes, you're just playing ball, so never mind. Pray that you have a Lucio code. Anything?
I'm looking through.
Okay.
No, this one's a BAP one. I don't think I have anything for you, boss.
Right, that's okay. That's okay. We'll make it work. So, good news is that you have a free replay code review as well. So, whenever in the next week, month, whenever, if you want to send me a Lucio code and they give me like 4 or 5 timestamps, I'll give you some feedback. So,
okay.
Yeah, you can
I just like get videos in an email or something.
What is it?
Or do I get a video link, or is it like
just send me? So you just like you posted the replay code in my chat, right?
Yeah.
Post another one, but to just go through the code and be like, oh, like you can see like in my stream right now, right? Like you can click around and be like, oh yeah, this fight 325, I didn't know what to do, right? Or like 716, can you give it? And what I'll do is I'll look through it and I'll send you some feedback. And that could be like your extra follow up.
No worries.
Okay, let's look at some Mercy. What's Mercy good at?
Damage boosting, not dying.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look then. Did you?
I don't know.
Did you
know
battle
about that
pass? Are you a filthy whale? You're a filthy whale, aren't you?
I don't pay for a single level.
Right.
I'm letting you know this. I have not had a battle pass under level 300. I play a lot.
Oh my gosh! I'm like, wait. Is this a challenge skin that you get this season? When do you get this skin?
You get that at level 70.
Oh, I'm not there yet then. Okay, never mind. I thought you bought that skin only. My bad. Sorry for calling you a whale. I should have called you no lifer. My bad.
No, yeah, that's more accurate.
Actually, honestly, it doesn't take that long. It's been out for a season, decent enough, and I'm already at like 50 something, and I haven't even played that much. It is a cool skin. It reminds me of a hero from Knights of the Old Republic, or character from Knights of the Old Republic 2, the old Star Wars game. All right, let's Who's your duo?
Actually, I'm in a trio: Crystals and Shoo Shoo Train.
Okay.
Shoo Shoo Train is my flex support friend.
Oh, okay. I see.
He just died. L.
I see that. Yeah. Now, let's talk about aggression.
Okay.
So you've done a pretty good job bouncing around from heal target to heal target to heal target, like, but whoever needs heal, whoever you can get damage boost on. But the thing with Mercy is always about like finding the balance between enabling people that you can, who are going to get the most value out of the damage and healing, and then doing so in a way that's not going to get you killed. And what I mean by that is this. My man needs pocket.
For real. Good lord.
But can you pocket this guy without dying?
I don't think so, boss. I don't think so.
Okay. Let's find out. Maybe here you could. Maybe here you could. Maybe you could be here, and then you would have your GA, and then I guess if you do your GA and do your little head flip so you don't get headshot, maybe you can make that transition. I don't know. Something to consider. Like, if you're not at least paying attention to that, then that's the real catch, right? I want that to at least be a consideration, right? Good use of the bounce.
It's cute.
Good use of the bounce again. When I say bounce, I might be referring to super jump or the slingshot. I just use it indiscriminately. Balk, yep. I saw that. No, you scumbag! Look what you've done.
I know. I was so distracted that
disaster.
no, we don't like Caden. We just let him die. It's fine. We res in front of his face because we're disrespectful.
I mean, he's 1 HP. What is he gonna do about it? If he pops primal there to disrupt the res, it's worth.
Exactly.
Okay, let's keep going. Now, this is the thing though. So like here, should be here.
Like on cart?
Shouldn't be here. This is where you need to be.
Oh. Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the most aggressive person on your team? I mean, this is just Mercy fundamentals. This is the stuff I talk about in every Mercy I ever coach. Who is the most aggressive person that you can pocket? Pocket that person. And the fun thing with Mercy is when the answer isn't obvious, right? Like right now it might be Hanzo, later on it might be Genji, then your Ana gets dove, and then you need to peel the aggression from the enemy team rather than enable the aggression from your team, and so you go Ana, right? And then you damage boost your monkey in because everyone else is playing passive, and so on, right? Now the boring Mercy games, at least for me, are when it's just the same target going aggressive over and over and over and over again. But right now, my point being is that you're thinking about like cart, but you should be thinking about like, where are my teammates? Who should be helping right now? Because the funny thing is you think that everything's chill, but it's not.
No, we're not chill.
I need this guy to ego here. You know what I'm saying? I can't have him hiding to get on a heal when you should have already been here, right? That's my point. And now you're healing him, but what's the problem? Where is your Hanzo now?
Like behind me?
He's on the cart. He's useless, right? And the irony is that you should have allowed him to stay here and then either pocket him, continue to pocket him here, or if he drops of his own accord, fine, then you can damage boost and pocket your Winston and your Genji. You see what I'm saying? You can't, your inattention can't be the reason that somebody loses a good position. That's the main takeaway. Does that kind of make sense? Okay. Not a lot you could do there. Their position was just dog, but I will say that your Hanzo being ineffectual that entire fight can be at least be partially traced to your inattention when you need it to be.
Word.
Okay. Can you pocket your Genji?
I don't wanna.
Can you?
Theoretically.
Okay. Right now, can you pocket your Genji? What would happen if you flew to your Genji right now?
I think I just get shot at by the Zana, right?
Yeah.
Or the Kree looking right there?
Yeah. You're cooked. GG's, you're done.
Cooked.
Idiot. Okay? Now,
L.
watch the... you can't. I can't do this vernacular, man. You're gonna have to like take your terminology and like scale it back like 16 years, and you'll catch up with my age. So from here, let's say your Genji pops blade, then what?
Well, I mean, like, from right there, I'd hope he'd get nanoed. I don't even know. Can Crystal see him?
From don't think
where
so.
He is?
Screw on
down there.
Ignore on Focus on yourself. Where should you go if your Genji gets nanoed? Or Genji blade, let's just say Genji blades.
If he gets bladed, I guess I'm going blue boxes and dying if he dies.
But are they going to be paying a lot of attention to you?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Do you see what I'm saying, though, right? Like, you can't pocket the Genji until the guy blades, and all of a sudden, nobody's thinking about the Mercy flying through, right?
Yeah.
Shoot. There's a really funny video here. Hang on. Did you see? All right. I promise you that we're going to we're going to extend our session an extra 60 seconds just because I want you to watch this video with me. All right. This is a really educational video. All right. So I want you to watch carefully. All right. Now you're a Mercy player, so you should be able to do this one. It's actually pretty hard. All right.
Okay. No.
Selective attention. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball.
All right. Get ready. This is tough. Now I want you to have to give me the number at the end. So far, so good?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget. Almost there.
How many
16?
16? Okay.
passes
All right.
did you count?
Let's see.
The correct answer
Close enough. Close. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
is 15.
Now, this is why it's important.
But did you see the gorilla?
I did see the gorilla. I did.
Okay, so then you have the skill set. You have the skill set to be a good Mercy player. Okay, my point being here is that when there's a Genji blading, you're probably gonna be able to get away with pocketing the Genji because the gorilla is you, right? The Genji blading is the people passing. So like my point here is like, and the reason why that's important is it's not just applicable to Genji, right? If your Hanzo takes a really aggressive angle, but your Winston is primaling their backline, an angle that you normally wouldn't pocket on your Hanzo, well, guess what? You could pocket it now. Why? What is your Winston doing?
You're gonna have to repeat that. I lost you. I'm so sorry.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with the gorilla. Okay. Winston jumps the backline. Your Winston.
Yes.
He pops Primal Rage.
Yes.
Your Hanzo then takes a hyper-aggressive angle that normally you would not be able to pocket without dying.
Yes.
Do you pocket your Hanzo?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? It's contextual. You need to look at your team's aggression and then decide, is that something that I can capitalize off of that I otherwise wouldn't be able to?
My
Now
bad.
that-
Casual Mercy player.
Right.
Oh.
You got to leave now, though, because that Cassie's looking for you, right? Now, you want to leave the pocket you're on anyway. But you can see how quickly you almost died there to that Cassidy. Okay, let's keep going. I don't think there was anything particular with that fight that was too bad. I don't want to delve too deep into the micro here. But yeah.
So what you're saying is that it's my friend's fault. I agree.
Oh, obviously, yes.
Continue.
Obviously,
Yes.
Obviously, Valk enables a lot of aggression that otherwise isn't possible either. Please stop healing your Genji. Thank you. I was going to say damage boost for crying out loud. You got to be so attentive to that, like that B management, right?
Yeah.
Even just like half a second off could be the difference between, oh, you were late. Like he slashed and the damage boost wasn't there for that 1 pixel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep trying. Surely it will work this time.
I believe.
Now, here's the other thing too.
It's called cope.
You don't. You're right. You don't pocket tanks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
I just let it. Okay.
I was baiting you. I was baiting you.
No, I do have a question though.
Yes.
Should I just let it? Not this specific instance, but there was just like where I'm like pocketing someone and my tank's like just gonna die. Do I just let him die? It doesn't matter. Just let him die.
No, it's free ult charge. Right? Like, are you at risk of dying if you pocket your Winston in his current position?
Probably not.
No. So pocket your Winston. If he's gonna die, but get ult charge out of him. Let him buy time, you know? Now, if your Winston jumps in or whatever, jumps in a location where if you pocket him, you're like, I'm going to die if I do that. Then let him die. Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, like you're not. Again, you're like, oh, cart, right? You got tank in. Help the tank.
Yeah.
Ult charge, right? Ult charge. And like again, that 1 second. Now look at his armor, right? The reason why it's so important is like you need to keep him in armor. If he drops out of armor, he's going to start snowball. He's going to start bleeding really, really, really fast. He's going to hemorrhage, I guess would be the term. Like, there you go. Again, damage boost on Monkey because he's the only person that you could realistically pocket at that point in time. Okay, here we go. Any questions so far?
No, I'm following. I'm doing good.
Okay. Now again, it's funny that you're pocketing Winston. Why are you pocketing Winston here?
He's like, he's the only one looking at someone.
Right, there's nothing else going on. Now, if you were running an Ashe, and your Ashe was here, who would you pocket?
Probably my Ashe.
Why?
I'd probably be standing in that room.
Right, because do you see how...
I'm going to be honest, just because I know I'm supposed to.
Okay, but then that's... And I appreciate the honesty because it's very important that you understand this. Is Ashe is Ashe doing... Yes, that's it right there. Is Ashe doing something right now with this Winston peeking?
Besides shooting at a Winston? No.
But shooting at a Winston is something, no?
Yeah.
Right? So just because Ashe isn't in melee range doesn't mean that she's not doing anything. She's shooting. She's getting good damage, right? Bam, 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 bam. The damage boost is good, right? Now, I look at your Genji. Is this guy a sniper?
No.
Right. So, I mean, unless he's a little bit closer, then I don't want to see pocket on Genji. Now, what if your Hanzo was up here? Probably pocket your Hanzo, right? Because he'd be shooting people. But right now, if you look at the battlefield, your Hanzo's far back, your Ana's far back, your Genji's too far to even do damage. So pocket your Winston. So you're going to need to know the characters that you're playing with, like, know their effective ranges to know whether they're doing something or not, right? Because you might go, oh, I don't damage my Widowmaker, she's too far away. Well, what do you expect a Widowmaker to do, jackass, right? Like, that's what she does. Now, is Widowmaker the best pocket target? Maybe, maybe not, but something to consider. Make sense? Like, right now, you need to have the awareness to pocket who right now, or whom?
The Hanzo?
The Hanzo, as quickly as you can. But actually, are you sure? Can the Hanzo see anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Can you go to his POV real quick?
Well, you don't have that information, do you? You're not playing Hanzo, so you're gonna have to guess.
You're right.
So let's see what information that you have. You see where Genji is. You see where the Winston is. Should you be pocketing Hanzo right now?
No. I
Okay.
like what I'm doing.
I like what you're doing right now. But you're going to be listening, paying very close attention. Oh, you see it?
L,
right? You got it wrong. But given the information that you had, was it a bad decision or did you just get unlucky?
No, I think watching their entire team look at us for 15 seconds and thinking that they wouldn't walk through that bridge through the ship. I think that's information I should have had.
I think you lost track of their DPS. I think I think you saw Winston, and I think you saw Mercy, and I think you saw Echo, and I think you were like, oh, well, I guess that's the enemy team, right? I think in hindsight, you probably should have been aware of more of where their DPS were playing, but I don't think this was a complete troll. I understand why you were doing what you were doing. And honestly, yes, your Hanzo should have lived. That's your fault. But your healing is also what kept your Winston up, right? Now, as quickly as you can, where should you be right now?
Over on the right?
With
with Mr. Genji, man?
Mr. Genji. Because who is more at risk? Where's your return on investment highest? Who's actually engaging right now?
Well, I would say the kid stared at 3 people.
And you're not very impactful in this tank trade when there's other things to do. So yeah.
Damn, I didn't go
and this is the thing with Mercy. It's like you have to make these reads so fast because if you don't make those reads fast, you just lose the fight. Now, I'm going to be honest with you that those were some difficult reads to make, but if you want to be able to progress, then you need to be a little bit better.
I don't care about things being hard. If I want to like climb to GM, I feel like there's there's a certain just like level of stuff that should be innate that's not going to be instinct for a diamond player, you know? There are different expectations to hold that player to.
Of course.
So I don't mind something being hard if it's something that should be necessary for the level I want to be.
Where's Genji?
Man, that's a solid question. No.
Too late. He's cooked. Or maybe he's not cooked. He should be cooked. Oh yeah, he's cooked. That's on you. It's like you need to. It's not so much about reacting. It's more about anticipating, right? You know that this guy is coming back from spawn. You got to be ready to help him, right?
Yeah.
He should have lived that. Now I would not have followed him in, but you could have pocketed him to about here and let the beam break, and he would have survived, and he would have been able to disengage back to a safe location. Has to happen. Good. Heal. Back to damage boost. Get out of ooh, oh, you bounce back to the Bastion. Careful. Damage. A little bit faster on the damage. Don't damage boost your honor. Damage boost the Bastion instead.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, Bastion without turret form isn't like that crazy, but yeah, and then obviously just a little bit of cover usage there. Okay, I assume this is when we swap to Brig, so maybe we'll keep going on the Mercy train, and maybe we'll revisit Brig once we finish Mercy. I feel like I saw Mercy later. Do you play Mercy later?
I don't entirely remember.
Ah, yeah, see? I knew it. Ah, the
yeah.
So annoying. Okay.
Beginning. Oh, wait, no, I do remember the end of this game. I think I throw this. Not as this hero, but I'm talking about next round.
Okay. Little too much healing on the Reaper when he was closer to full. It's okay to give him a little bit of a leeway. Give him a little bit of HP to lose. Movement's pretty good though. I wouldn't put myself here though. I mean, I think this fight's pretty much lost either way, but do you guys get a touch? No, okay. All right, so let's tie this up. So we don't have to overcomplicate things. I think everyone expects like advanced tips and tricks. No, you don't need advanced tips and tricks. You just need to execute on the basic fundamentals, which is what? What needs to be better with your Mercy?
My like attentiveness, or like anticipating opportunities that my DPS want to do, and I need to be able to like help them hold their positions better. Because if I don't know, like I could sit around complaining about my DPS being dog shit, but if they can't hold a good position, I'm expecting them to hit like ML7 style shots every time. That does nothing for nobody.
Yeah, you need to allow them to get as much value out of the position that they are. Like, let's put it this way: if you're playing with like a bad DPS that isn't hitting a lot of shots, but if you're able to pocket them in that position when you should and need to be, even just the fact that they're scaring the enemy team, even if they don't hit any shots, will create value. In other words, if he's holding a high ground position, it doesn't matter if they miss every shot. The enemy team will still go, oh, high ground, hit scan, pocketed, and they will jump that target, and that target will then die if you're not pocketing them. If you're pocketing them, they'll live, and that distraction will persist, and that's something that your team can capitalize off of. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Okay, and that obviously we talk a lot about damage boost as a whole with Mercy, but even just the fact that the people that you damage boost are more often the people that also need your healing too. Because if they're going aggressive, they benefit from damage boost. If they're getting aggressed on, they benefit from healing. So it doesn't matter what you do there, but those are the two things. That was the big one. Is there anything else that you saw?
Let's see. Not really. I think that like helped me think about things a lot differently. I think that, like barriers of confusion with this hero were kind of like cleared up, because I feel like a lot of times I would just be like I don't know. Like sometimes I get stuck in this little like randos or dog shit mindset, so I don't do things for other people.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Is that it's funny.
Play my role and do that.
Right. Exactly. Because the thing is you can still get value even if they miss every shot. Is my point. Right. That's the key thing. Yeah. Okay. It's a very simple hero, but obviously being able to execute on the hero is really tricky. Like there's only a few things you have to worry about, but executing on those few things is hard. Like you have to be so attentive. Break time.
I guess.
We got time to at least look over a few fights on Brig. Brig is the same thing, by the way. It just might mean that your attentiveness is like where you're using your packs and who you should be bodyguarding. Nice. There's always a risk factor with pushing on Brig, but it becomes a lot more attractive when you're pushing on squishies and when you're pushing with somebody else. Good. So far, so good. Yeah. Careful. Like you can see there, Genji's the one dueling, Genji's the one that needs pack. Nice whip. Nice whip. Your whip mechanics have looked pretty good so far.
No, dog. Good.
You're trolling.
Yeah,
right?
literally.
Yeah,
oh my
your
god.
bash is your escape cooldown, right? Like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Watching that made my soul hurt. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Yeah. It happens.
I told you, bro. I look like a plat player.
That's okay. I wouldn't say that you look like a plat player. Not from your Mercy and Brig so far. I would say very solidly diamond.
Yeah, solid.
Which is fine. That's what we expected, right? We expected when you're on a loss streak, you're going to be somewhere. You're a
Hey
little
man,
bit...
I played like less than 20 games in the rank of master. I might as well be diamond. I don't care.
Sure. Nice. Obviously, a little bit more nuance with what you do when you have the rally going. Good. Oh, nice. You hit the whip perfectly. Right as he was doing the jump. Nice. Very good. Ult for ult. Actually, 2 ults for 1 ult, and you got to kill in the echo as well. We love to see it. And I like the aggression here as well. Normally not something that you can always do with the Brig, but again, you're going for squishies and you're going with somebody else. It's the same thing, the visual example of like the Mercy thing. Remember the gorilla, right? That's what you're doing right now. Brig bashing in, what is she doing? She's trolling, right? Well, there's a Genji and there's a Winston and then, you know, and so on. Be careful.
I know. Oh man.
You're good. Nice, and then obviously when you got people going in aggressive with you, you can go in aggressive as well, as long as it's not on like a tank line. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's keep watching because we have a little bit less time. I would like to move at a faster pace, quantity, not quality, right now, because I think a lot of what we're going to talk about you're going to already understand. So it's just going to be about what aspects of your gameplay are lacking. For example, you're controlling space in there, but does that mean you're going to lose pack vision on your Genji, right? I don't necessarily think that what you did was a mistake. I think it was more of a mistake on your Genji, but we can see that the disadvantages of that position. Because obviously, again, like Mercy Pocket, where's Brig Pocket going to be the highest return on investment? It's not going to be on a tank. It's going to be on the DPS with 120 healing matters so much more. Obviously nuance, but something to consider.
I hope I don't. Oh man.
Yeah, that's okay. Keep going. The difference between Brig and Mercy is you can pocket 2 things at once. With your physical presence and with your armor packs from range.
Yeah.
Your pocket isn't as good as a Mercy pocket, but you can pocket multiple different angles at the same time, which is what makes Brig really good. Good. Obviously risky if the guy pops Blade immediately, but if you can get the CC on him immediately, then obviously he didn't pop Blade, so that put him in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
The CC is really good against any DPS that you can get it on. People are also just not used to it at this point in time, right? They don't remember what it was like to be stunned by Brig again.
I don't know at all.
Yeah, well, welcome to the club. The shield is just getting PTSD looking at this thing. It's just crazy. Now, where's your Hanzo?
Is he to the left or is he on top?
I have no idea. So if I can't know, there's no way in heck you know.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, right? Because right now you're like, oh, I'm bodyguarding my Ana, sure. But is your Hanzo in a more aggressive position? Oh no, he's in spawn. Whoopsies. Good to know though, because if your Hanzo, like for example, if your Hanzo comes over here. And like
he just gets like
or is here, I might play with my Hanzo, but I can still pack my Genji or whatever, right? Something to consider. Because it's like, why do you pocket Ana over Hanzo? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could do Ana or Hanzo. It really depends on how aggressive they're playing, but you need to know where they are to justify. Now, should you have dropped with your Hanzo here?
Yes.
No.
Wait, no.
No, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's
what a silly boy.
Right? But you could still pack him, right? It's the same thing as Mercy. It's like, I want you to assist the DPS. If they do something that you can't help with without dying, then don't help them. In fact, the problem here is that you dropped. You should have
Yeah,
dropped.
it was an accident.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, if you accidentally drop, nobody cares. It happens. Your Hanzo fixes the problem by going Symmetra.
Easy. We wouldn't understand. We're not as good as him.
No. Honestly, sure. Just don't suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I do suck here though. I might.
Okay. Well, you're already sucking because this sticky is not going to get blocked. So yes, you stuck.
Here.
Oh,
Chatted, Brig.
you're good. You're good.
Care.
Now the funny thing is what you just did is actually really important to your team. You control space. Cassie's high ground? No, he doesn't. Goodbye.
No, we don't.
And if you play that one mechanically well, I'd say it's a pretty even matchup, right? And then now,
especially with the nerf, 200 health, easy.
oh yeah, 100%. Yep. Do you see how you're playing ping pong here? Help here, help here. Oh, pack, bash it. This is good. This is what Brig's good at. Oh, nice. This is good. Okay. Winston is probably your best matchup. Because you can really ruin that guy's day.
I have fun with ball. But
Yeah, ball as well. Yeah, ball as well. I don't know which one I'd be better versus which one I'd be
I think that depends how good are you with that PD timing. If
True.
you're like me and you're not very good at it, it's not as fun as people might say.
That's true. Now, you have to keep, just like Mercy, so much awareness of what's going on around you. Where's your Hanzo right now? Or your Hanzo. Symmetra. Where's your Ana? Where's your Symmetra?
I think my Ana is behind, right? Like she's just yeah.
Okay.
Or I thought she was inside ship.
So where
but-
should you be right now?
I should be on the left side with her.
You should be with your Ana, where you can pack your Symmetra with your Genji. Same time, right? You gain nothing from this position here. Now, does that mean with Brig you should never play by yourself? No. As you saw, like pushing out that Cassidy, right? That was good. But right now, there's nothing for you to really do. There's nothing you really gain from this here, so don't need to be here. Bodyguard one person, pocket another.
Give him back. He's my friend. He's so cute, you know.
Huh.
Exactly. Now I'm doing nothing on the other side.
Right. You did flail out your whip shot like an idiot there. That was pretty funny. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say nothing. I would just say nothing useful. Okay, moving on. Oh no.
I don't think there's anyone here.
Okay, you got back in time. You're good. Same thing with the pack side though, right? Be here and pack from here. Again, I'm not saying don't play by yourself, but just like what are you gaining from this position, right?
Did they nerf their range?
They did. It was one of the stupidest nerfs I've hated. It's just garbage. Oh no, you're ping ponging on the wrong side. Watch this. It's like ships in the night. Watch you and your Ana. Oh no! No! Oh dear. Get out.
That's also a silly moment for me. I rallied because I wanted to stun him, and I mashed before I rallied anyways. Like, what the fuck?
That's fine. That's fine. You got the pack. You're good. The burst heal on pack is so good.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun when the guy added too.
Yeah. Monstrous buff. Yeah. Okay. Brig. Main takeaways. What are you seeing?
Like how to properly hold and take space where I should, or where I should.
Okay, so don't be vague. Be specific with skill that you need to practice. Because
My
you're
bad,
right, but we got to actually translate that into something you can actually remember and execute in game. What do you think?
Probably being aware of where both of my DPS are at all times, and which ones I need to enable, which ones are going aggressive, which ones need to be peeled for, and simultaneously, while doing all of that, understanding where my Ana is, or where my other support is, where the backline is.
Position corner. Okay to be by yourself if there's a good reason. Now it's kind of funny because this is what we talked about with support, right? This sounds shockingly similar to what we were talking about with Mercy, right?
Yeah.
That's not an accident, right? That's how this game works. So We could also translate some of this to Lucio as well. We don't have the time or capability to do it today, but maybe something to chew on. Do you have any questions?
Let me think here for a second. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Oh. No, I can't really say. I
Okay.
do really enjoyed the session that we had, and I think it did help a lot.
I'm glad.
But I can't say I'm really like confused or lost
Sure.
or,
Well,
or I
if you
haven't.
do, you can shoot me a message anytime. Going back to our initial training stuff, though, as well. Understanding the MMR SR system a little bit. I think remembering those things will kind of help de-tiltify some of the loss streaks, win streaks, attitude, and being in random lobbies sometimes. And then focused practice, find the best way to interpret that with your schedule. Those are, I guess, some of the etc. things to remember that weren't exactly related to gameplay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.